Hello viewers, this is Evelyn of Lipabuhay, and today actually is December 25 and I am making this content before I will forget. And today we will be all talking about the worst thing you can do with your Anthurium plant. If you look at this plant, you will never recognize that it's an Anthurium. And the soil is still moist, so I can say the cause that it became like this, it's not actually the soil. There is one very main reason that your Anthurium plant can die. And with this experience, and this is not the first time, they will never survive. I mean, they can survive. I will try to revive this plant. The main reason why it looks like this now, it is actually that after the summer, I put it near the glass wall. And I don't have a lot of choice because our house, it's just glass walls everywhere. I mean, this area now I'm sitting, it's only glass walls. It's only this side that has not a glass wall, but the rest of it, it's glass walls. And here in Sweden, it's very cold. And I don't have no more place to put it because I really have a lot of plants. And I will show you the plants that I have in this house. Here I have the living room, and in the living room it's also glass walls, as you see, and it's a lot of plants around it. But this kind of plants can actually survive even if it's cold, because even that the glass walls are like, you know, third layer of glass, it's still very cold, that it still can go inside the house. If we don't have this fireplace, the house can really be cold when it's around minus 10 degrees Celsius outside. If you go in the basement, then it's not so cold. It's because it's no glass walls in there, or just even on the third floor. But here on the second floor, it's just glass walls everywhere. And so plants like Anthurium will never like it. When I have this plant outside, it's just, you know, big and full of green leaves, and it had been flowering already. But then by the month of September, I was really observing it, and I never transfer it because I will really see to it how will it react. And then now it's December, and this is how it looks like. But it's not actually totally dead. In fact, I have a video about this one, and I will put a link down there, how to revive an Anthurium. But this one by cuttings. But this one actually, I can actually pull it up, and I just totally just transfer it, and I will see how will it survive. Because I have noticed when I put it outside on the summer, and as what I told you, if you are living in a country where you have cold winter, of course Anthurium likes to have lights, but the thing is they don't like direct sunlight, and they love they love humidity. And in this house now, in our old house before, we have a smaller house, and we didn't have glass walls. My Anthurium really loves it. It's because I put them packed together in our small living room, but this time all the walls are glasses. It's so wonderful to live in this, but Anthurium doesn't like it, because if you go near the glass walls, you can really feel that it's cold. And Anthurium plant, they never like it. They love when it's humid, and they get light, and they get this humidity that they really need to survive. But sad to say that I never have, because on the third floor of this house I have also Anthurium, and it work fine as long as you don't put them in big glass walls where it's a lot of cold saying it's a lot of coldness that gets inside. And if we are not in the house, if we are working, of course the house is colder. It gets warm when we have this fireplace. So when this fireplace is on, if we are burning here, then it's really warm. But if we are working from Monday to Friday and we don't have the fireplace, of course it's kind of cold. But of course there are plants, as what I've showed you, in all my plants that are very near the glass walls, they work very fine, because even if it's cold, they can tolerate it. Even if it's cold near the glass walls, they still can tolerate it. But sad, Anthurium never likes it. This is the result of it. So if you don't want to experience this kind of thing, what happened to my Anthurium, never put them near your glass walls or very near your how do you say it, your windows during winter time. Of course, it's another thing if you have your window, if you have a glass, if you have your windows, but then you have a heater, you know these heaters where they put under the window, that way they still can survive. But in our house, we have floor heaters. Our heating system is on the floor. We don't have this kind of heating system where you have it on the walls. And it's because we have glass walls. So if it's cold time, like the winter time, and we are here at home, then it gets warmer because we are using our fireplace, and it gives more heat to the room. But anyway, I will try to revive this by replanting it. And because if you look at an Anthurium, if they look like this, like all the leaves are gone, they get brown and everything, they are not totally dead. They are actually just, they lose their leaves, and but the roots are still, you know, they are not totally dead. In fact, if I look at it, it looks like this. So the under part of it and the stems look like this. It means that the Anthurium is not totally dead. And I have revived some of my Anthuriums before, because there are times where when I'm putting it, I've been transferring it where I can have, but it's sad that I have no other place to put it. It's, you know, it's just glass walls in this house, and I don't know, I will try to put it somewhere here, like in this area here. It's still glass walls, but maybe it will help that it will be near here. In fact, when I put this one, I even put it and hide it under my big plants in this house, just to, you know, put humidity, that it will feel humid. But still, it didn't help. It didn't help. So I don't know actually if how will it work, but normally Anthurium like this, I can still revive it. I will try to plant it in another area and try to put it in a place where it doesn't get a lot of coldness. So all the plants that I have in this house, like here, this is the living room, all those plants survive. And this one, it's on our TV room, and all these plants survive. But sad that Anthurium plants are just so sensitive when they get this cold temperature. So almost all the plants in this house survive, except this house. So I hope that this, how do you say it, that this content can really help you, so that you will never experience this to your Anthurium plants. But they can usually, when you revive them and put them somewhere else that is more that is more humid, it can help them, and in that way you can still revive your Anthurium plants. And besides, if you have a lot of Anthuriums, they are not really totally hard to have or to maintain. As long as you don't water them a lot and they don't get dried up, they will survive. The only thing they never like and never do this is putting them near the window where it gets a lot of cold temperature, and that they hate it. Anthurium plants loves humidity. So when they experience a lot of coldness, they don't like it. The leaves, you will notice it. The leaves will turn yellowish, and then it continue to deteriorate until the plant itself will look like this. It looks like totally dead. All the leaves are like, brown, and before this is already like that. I was so happy because after the summer I put it in and it was like, oh my God, this Anthurium, and this was like a small Anthurium, and after putting it outside, it is so nice to see it, but then it started deteriorating when our weather here in Sweden is getting colder and colder every month. So by this month of December, it was not able to make it anymore. So anyway, later on, I will give you an update if I was able to revive this Anthurium. And I will do it so you can also have an idea what to do when you have Anthurium that, that died. And then you can actually revive it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. And I really hope that all of you now, my supporters, my friends here in YouTube, that you have a very Merry Christmas. And I hope that your new year of 2023 will be a new year of peace and happiness. Thank you so much. And this is Evelyn of Liba Buhay, and I'm wishing you all a happy day, happy Christmas, and may you have a happy new year too. Thank you for watching.